Everything is to play for in episode 76 of the Pentagon Challenge. Argentinos Jrs have been the dominant force in Copa Libertadores' Group B, but Vasco da Gama can go to their stadium, the Diego Armando Maradona, and get a result to change the face of the group and to give us every chance of advancing into the last 16. Just before we get into the live com officially, the Rio de Janeiro State Championship has now entered its second stage, and unfortunately we were given a rout in our opening game, so our unbeaten start to the season has been destroyed by none other than Botafogo, the one team we had no experience against in this tournament so far. They absolutely tore us to ribbons, and they pretty much deserved it after reacting so well to going a goal down early. So pretty much every game has been flawless for us so far, but this is the one that has brought us back down to earth, and perhaps the timing couldn't be better or couldn't be worse. I don't know. We'll just have to see how we respond by travelling all the way to Argentina. Like, I don't know where these guys are from. We'll have a look now. General, they're from... Where are they from? I might have to look in facilities. Buenos Aires, yeah, that makes sense. So the Buenos Aires club are currently third in their Premier Division, behind Godoy Cruz and Talares. So it looks like an unusual start to the season over in Argentina, but importantly they drew their most recent game 2-2 against Estudiantes. That could be a sign of their poor defence, or their attack is going to be as good as it can be. So if you didn't see the last episode and how the group is shaping up, you can see both Argentinos Jrs and Vasco are on 6 points. A win will put us on the unbeaten 9, and we'd certainly be among the top clubs for the all-important first place teams group. So Argentinos Jrs, as things stand, are on 6 points and lie in 6th place out of the top 8. And then we are the third best runners up at the minute with the maximum 6 points. So if we can get on to 9 points, that'll put us up into here, and it should be very interesting how things switch around. But it's very tricky to keep up with this tournament, as each team, like, there are only 4 games every few days, so it's hard to keep up with everything as it goes. Like, that looks to be more important, but basically everybody, it's not like the Champions League where you see the 2 separate groups get to play on a Tuesday or Wednesday and so on and so forth. It's much harder to keep up than that, but so far so good for the likes of Independiente and who else, after 3 games, Gremio looking good as well. So we'll try and sort of, what's the word I'm trying to think of, we'll try and do even better than that and go on to 9 points. So we'll go into the match screen in a moment. Let me just show you my team. Pretty much unchanged since the last Champions League game, but luckily for Centurion, his suspension has been lifted, and he'll be back into action now. We want to elevate ourselves. That's the word I was trying to think of. So he's gotten a yellow card in each and every one of his games, including the double yellow against the strongest. So he needs to be on his best behaviour, as this is the toughest game of all 6 in my opinion, going away to Argentina. I've no familiar experience playing in or against an Argentinian club, so now is the right time to get learning. But anyway, with the disappointment of the Real State Championship, it really is a time to respond. We've got Vinicius on the bench after his injury has kept him out for so long, but I won't risk playing him unless we are winning comfortably or something like that. But anyway, the Rio State Championship should be okay. We just need to win at least 1 game against the giants of the province, or else we'll have to settle for 4th place by beating all the 3rd and 4th division teams, which is still very doable, but you never know. But we want to defend that title with distinction, and we'll try and balance that by going out and winning the Copa Libertadores. So some of these guys didn't play so well against Colo-Colo, but some of them did, such as Guedes, who was fantastic, and the goalkeeper kept a clean sheet also. Their starting lineup, I actually just dwelled over it. They've got Zapata and Lopez up front, Abarca in the attacking midfield position. They've got 3 midfield and 4 at the back, so it's an unusual 4-3-1-2 narrow, but we will try to exploit the flanks with the very successful 4-2-3-1 wide. We'll have to see how good these players are. It's just so weird playing a save, not knowing how good or bad your opponents are. It's all a learning experience. That Chilean guy looks okay, he has good potential. Lopez looks okay. Zapata, not the one you know, he's getting old now. Ruben playing out of position, ever so slightly. Caballero, okay. Vasarato, not so good. So I think Caballero is the guy to watch out for, but he's the furthest back, so you never know if he's a deep line playmaker or what. Their wing backs, okay and okay. So I think we are favourites. Like, I don't need to be so pessimistic. We are the favourites, but you know, you can never really tell. Vasco could get cocky and give away cheap goals like we saw against the strongest. We'll just turn on the sounds now, and we'll adjust the instructions to say, I don't think we need to roam from positions, but we can be expressive just to start things off. See if that pleases our rather small travelling crowd. I think it's under 1,000 if I remember. But anyway, let's go out and impress. How about that? It makes sense to me. So without further ado, let's get going and beat these guys to go 9 points, get those maximum 9 points, and leave ourselves in a very good position. So I'll just move these back down. I've been playing some of my challenge mode on behalf of the Footy Hub. You can go check that out anytime you like. But now here's Ivo going on a mazy run, at least 30 yards. That's 2 feet. That was 2 feet from Pedro Rios, and he's taking an early trip to the locker room. That's a disgraceful tackle, and Argentinos Jrs have made a big mistake already. But now down the other end, Guedes intercepts with a clean tackle in the box. But there we go, a high-tempered game. It's nothing like the big derby between River Plate and Boca Juniors, but a terrible, terrible tackle from Argentinos' defender has put them in a really dangerous position. So Pedro Rios normally plays centre-back, and Franco Flores has had to come on for their striker Zapata. So I just want to see what their formation looks like now, if you give me a few moments. Formations, there we go. AAAJ. So it's the 4-3-1-1, so they've just sacrificed the striker, and I noticed a Colo-Colo goal. Not that it really matters. Do you expect the strongest to do anything in this group? Not me personally, but it doesn't help that we gave away so many cheap goals against them. But it looks like Argentinos are a bit like Manchester United in yesterday's FA Cup final. At time of recording, they are going for broke here. They are not afraid of losing their centre back to a red card, and we might have to go counter-attack. And Evander is able to get up to clear. Alexandre breaks. Carrecha and Alexandre return with the 1-2. Carrecha has it again. Gabriel Xavier, great block. That's a nice counter-attack. But Xavier on his left foot into the far post, but Flores clears. But there we go. We need to get the goal just to prove we are the dominant team in the group. We want to roam from positions and pump the ball into the box now. Get some more shots on the goal with that man advantage. Colo-Colo 2-0 up, no surprise there. Lopez on the ball for Argentinos. Rodriguez gives it away. Mosjevic is there first. Ruben, good tackle by Evander, the captain supreme, into Carrecha's feet. Over now to the right hand side. Gabriel Xavier to Evander, and Carrecha one-touch football, but that was a little bit too swift for my liking. We'll go and lower the tempo and turn off tighter marking. Lucas Rodriguez needs attention, we'll give him that. Abarca over to the lone striker Lopez. He has 6 people to get by, but he's gotten help from Rodriguez. Here's Vasarato to Mosjevic. Could this be the goal? No, says Adrelison, and I'm happy with that. But now it's another chance for these guys in red. Lopez blocked, and here we go again, counter-attack. Carrecha our only true fit striker, as we've had a bit of a crisis in that position. Evander tries a cross, but Xavier couldn't keep it in. Great game so far, and now it's time to push forward. This is a real opportunity to get an away victory that will transform the shape of the group. It really, really is vital. That's a giveaway from Xavier. Centurion won't get there. He wants to stay calm, I suppose. Another poor pass. It's Lopez taking on our back four, going inside, blocked, corner kick. They've yet to hit anything on target, but it is certainly dangerous that they're still creating so many chances. We're going to go mixed now. We're giving the ball away far too often. I know the board are going to be moaning at me, but I want results and I want them now. Good cross, but it is cleared. Guedes at the far post. Carrecha hits the roof of the net with that header. No sign of a goal just yet. I can only imagine how good these guys would be if they had all 11 men, and it doesn't matter, they're 1-0 up. It's a set piece, easy as you like, right in the corner, and that could deliver some hellfire to me. We're only 3 points clear of Colo Colo now, and we'll have to get revenge at the home game unless we do something about this. Centurion, Alexandre given away. Oh, it's gone all the way up to Lopez. Could this be the ultimate disappointment? That's a great cross. Caballero nearly made it 2-0. We've got to get these guys into the dressing room, regroup immediately, and try and rescue what is turning out to be a disaster. Like, we had everything going our way, and yet we've somehow conspired to throw it all away. But one thing I will do is get Ivo and Guedes to push further forward as their full-back roles. They're not so good at wing-backs, so that's fine. But definitely we want Xavier attacking as well. It's a very, very poor first half. We've created not even 2 shots on target, whereas Argentinos have had their one shot go in the back of the net with the beautiful header. Everything else they've shot wide. But let's just try and improve on this. This is extremely disappointing. And Ivo gives away the free kick early on, allowing them to time waste. I'm going to ask for a bit of creativity. There's a yellow card for Medina. Could they possibly get another man sent off? I'm going to put out one of those predictions again and see if it comes true. Franco Lopez, he's in trouble. Colo Colo 3-0 up. What can I do? We'll turn that off again. We want to go back to the regular tempo. We want to shoot on sight as well. We're not creating anything so far. They are doing a wonderful job. But now, here we go. Evander over and back to Xavier. Now it's Ivo. Far post, Xavier unmarked. Oh, we should have done a whole lot better than that. But it looks like the tactical switches are subtly making the difference as we're getting more highlights on the live comm. Abarca over to Rodriguez, and now Lopez is taking on his defender, and he nearly got it in the far post. Oh, what a chance. But now we are really going to have to consider some changes, and that will be sufficient for now. But the last change could be the decider. I don't know. But we have to do something about this. Only one shot on target. Guedes is going to be booked for that. It was an attempt at the ball, but actually no. I seem to make these assumptions of the AI referees and get them wrong. Alright, we're going to go overload. We are in real trouble here. We're getting outplayed. We finally record something on the goal. Hit early crosses. Come on. They've had very little pressure. We have to do something. We're going to go pushing up now and turn that down, take more risks. Let's just see. Yeah, it's not really paying off, but now we have a corner of our own. Barrios couldn't find a teammate. Ivo. Sugar. Okay, final change, and it has to come very soon. It has to be either Leandro or Pedro. I don't know. This is a very hard one. Barrios. I do think Pedro, he is a preferred, like, he can't play striker naturally, so we'll let him go to advance forward. And Evander, We might let him do something else now. We'll go on to winger and attack. Do something a little bit different. But I'm definitely lost for ideas now. I've used all my players. That's a push on Correia. Not the last man though. He is suspended for the return game, which could be very important. But the fact they've lost 2 centre-backs could mean we could steamroll them in the home game. But to go 3 points behind after only the first half of the group stage, it's very, very disappointing. That's Van der. He can find Pedro. The young man goes through. Penalty. Oh, this is magnificent if it goes our way. Mosjevic has just been booked. Now he's going to take an early bath. And this could change the dynamics of the group one way or the other. There was indeed a man sent off. And my decision to play Barrios for the 90 has paid off. It's 1 apiece. Come on, let's go. Go, go. We can make something huge out of this. It's Pedro. He's all alone. Hits the keeper. Goes to the far post. Barrios. Leandro. Oh, it's not going to work. Leandro back in his position. Barrios. Guedes. Oh, Van der would have been a hero there. Come on, guys. 10 minutes to turn this one on its head. Centurion on the edge of the box. Doesn't score often, but he's gone and hit the defender. Van der. Again, the keeper's able to save. Oh my goodness me. Adrelli sent to Barrios. It's going to be Vasco da Gama. They're going to be firing cannonballs all night long. But we only have 10 minutes before the referee blows for time. Oh, we've wasted 2 of them. Barrios goes for the corner. It's Pedro! Goal, 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 goal. 2-1. Get the hell in there. What a turnaround. And I'm satisfied with that. But let's make sure we don't concede. Sosa can't get it away. Vasarato corner. They have to do something here. Rodriguez only hits the first man. Pedro. Go on. It's Centurion. Easy pass to Cipriano. Good block and cleared. Lopez. Oh, he's isolated. Adrelison will get a yellow card for that. Yeah, I'm correct this time. But my throat is giving up here. But Vasco, get lucky. The 10 men didn't make a difference, but the 9 men was the difference maker. Here we go. Leandro over to Pedro. He's got 3 in support. Barrios, Centurion, Guedes. Good block. But he's able to go again. That's an own goal. 3-1. And look at Guedes celebrate. He's taunting the Argentinos fans. It's a little bit of gamesmanship that I'm not a fan of. But we could celebrate this massive win. They have 2 centre-backs suspended for the next game. Van der, Cipriano, Guedes, Centurion, and Leandro. Oh, what a goal. Oh my goodness me. 4-1. And that came completely out of the blue. Get in. Get in. What a magnificent turnaround. How did we leave it so late? Magnificent. Well, that certainly leaves us in a huge position now. They have 2 players that will not play in the next game. They will probably be playing plenty in the league, so they might have to risk even more of their defence. So we'll have to analyse what on earth exactly happened. So their man got sent off for the 2-footed challenge. They put themselves 1-0 up before half time, and then the penalty of penalties. Like, we're guaranteed to win even if the penalty wasn't scored. But Mosjevic, I'll have to see where he plays. He could be a crucial player for them, and that certainly gives us the boost that we needed. So we'll leave the match now. We'll just see exactly what happened. Mosjevic plays centre back and right back. Very, very worrying for the Argentinos Jrs. Look at that. Mosjevic sent off. He goes right back normally. Medina is their true centre back, but he had a terrible game. And that was absolutely extraordinary. It reminds me of one of the other games I had at Shentra, where the players got sent off for fun. And it certainly gave myself the win out of nothing. So that must mean we qualify now. We're so close. We'll play them again on the 2nd of April in 2 weeks' time. But the Rio State Championship now has my full attention. I was taking it in my stride originally, but now we are the best team in the entire tournament so far. That is massive as far as I'm concerned, but the other teams may have something to say about that, such as Flamengo and the reigning champions Boca Juniors. So if we qualify from the group stages, there's no need to livecom Colo Colo or the strongest, but it's all about the next game. Let's see if Argentinos Jrs have something else up their sleeve. But until next time, I really hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again for the next episode. Bye now.